Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today we are playing with extremely weird deck. This is one of the top versions of Meta Orzhov right now, and something I normally wouldn't play. There are so many weird choices. We have Path of Compleation+Ashiok combo, 4 DNs, and not even 4 Sunfalls, which is wild. You will see it in action, it will be interesting, and I think it's a very different take on this deck. And you will also see Ashiok Ultimate combined with Farewell that really exiles a lot of cards. So this will be pretty fun. If you aren't subscribed, bruh, come on. And let's go into ladder. Have fun, guys. I hope you really enjoy. Alright, guys, on the draw. Not happy about it. I mean, this will be hard. I don't have a sweeper as well. So we probably need to go Celestus, Ashiok, something like this. Let's start with the Fortress. It's looking super bad. They will play Talia, which means I lose the turn 2, most likely. Yep. You don't need to attack first when the land is tapped. You do it to force a response. Bro, like, you are playing single player. Oh boy. They didn't play a 2-drop. That's really huge. It might be Resolute Reinforcements. I'm not sure if they are Boros. I will try to mitigate as much damage as possible. And let's see if they have some combat trick with like... Well, Indestructible won't do it. Generally nobody plays Indestructible effect in this kind of deck. Alright, Virtue. So that was a good decision. We mitigated quite a lot of damage. Instead of being at what? 14? We will be at... Well, instead of 13 we'll be at 17. I guess? Is that how it works? I messed something up. I think it should be one more or less. Anyway, I mean, I'm on the draw and I have no sweeper, so you can guess what's going on. It's bad. So if I don't hit sweeper, I lose. If I hit sweeper, I will probably win. They know the next turn is Sunfall, so hopefully they won't push it, but they're kinda pushing it. What they should do... I guess if they didn't play Initiate, they could activate the Foundry. Yeah, I think that would be a little bit better. This way they don't risk losing all the creatures to a sweeper. And bottom, so they don't like the card. Top, so they like the card. Yeah, I think we lost because we didn't hit a sweeper. So I mean, yeah. Oh, that's a sweeper, I won. Welcome to Standard. Alright. So, that's the first step. They might have Virtue, so we might get attacked for 4. I hope that's not the case. Alright, that's super important. Because on the next turn we can start with Celestus. And because we didn't exile the single creature, we are in some trouble. But you know what? It's fine. It's actually fine. So we want more white mana. I could go for Ashiok. Man, this is so tempting, isn't it? I kinda have to do it. Otherwise I fall a little bit behind. And this way we can not only run, like when you have 1 extra mana, it means you can play the Iron Crack and still get the stuff. Even if they have Brutal Qatar, they can only remove 1, so Ashiok should survive. You know what, I'll take it. We got some value already. I actually will take the damage, I think. Man, we had Path of Completion. That would be so glorious. They had to mess it up. Easy. Just play control in your aggro deck, I guess. So we are taking the damage, but that's it. They have no more options. We take the damage. We only take 2. And that's a very nice draw. If I take 1 more hit, I can get hit for 5 and I can mitigate 3. But there are no creatures. So we just pass the turn because we want better cards. And I keep it. It's a good trade against Officer. And we probably want some removal. Well, this is a perfect... I'll be honest, guys. This is probably the perfect card. This fully stabilizes us. Yeah. I will give him the chance to make a mistake. Do I want to do anything? I don't think we need to kill it at all. I think we just go for it. So 3, 6, 7. Man, we have so much mana. Because if I kill it right now, they might theoretically attack with the Officer, which would be a mistake and I would get a nice trade. It didn't go for it. Alright. Raska is an... Man, I'm really good at drawing cards right now. Let's go like this. We have 2 mana. I mean, we can transform it, and we will. Because we have 2 defenders, and he won't be able to kill them. We keep it. Enjoy your treasure, though. They have Mishra's Founder, so you need to be careful about it. Hopefully they will forget about the token. Easy Talia. But she's not on turn 2, and suddenly she sucks. Alright, so let's take the card. Staff of Completion is decent, but we probably don't want to pay too much. We can proliferate the Blast Zone. Oh boy, this will be so good. Oh my god, I'm getting Ashiok back? This is... Man, I understand. Right now, I understand. We have not enough mana for both. So we keep the Celestus thing. I could proliferate with Drowning Ichor, but we don't want to. Man, this will be epic. And we didn't cast a spell, which is even better. I mean, I'm getting Ashiok back. Because we kill both ossifications, Vanguard and Talia, all with 1 single land. Right. Oh, I shouldn't highlight it. This is... Oh, right, but it's 2-2, but it's converted mana cost 0. They did not activate it. And that's fine. So we can go to combat phase. This way he cannot activate it late. Well, I guess he can. It's fine. Let's make a token. And we are killing those anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Alright. Let's do the thing. And let's enjoy our cool stuff. And this is Staff of Completion, so it will be even more epic. And I could do it because I can block the token for free, so they don't gain anything. And now they can do it. So I tried to play around it, but there's no way you can avoid it in the end. So that's actually a good play for them, and they also get the mana back. And I guess I could kill it, but I'm just hyper focused on playing Staff of Completion and drawing. Well, to be fair, I could proliferate. So I can proliferate 1, I can proliferate 2, and exile what, 7. That's probably not it. We will just draw the card. It's fine. 3 cards are super cool. Now we go like this. I guess we play the land. We make more stuff, so we can block the Mishra's Founder. The game is over, but we are having a great time. Alright. Alright. Alright, cool. Alright, opponent goes first. Again. Man, Edict is so much weaker on the draw. And we will go with Barrens. Shouldn't make a difference, but I probably won't activate it this game. And 1 life gain can make a difference, so we kinda want to play this one first. Boros. Is that Boros aggro? It probably is. So, extremely important that we are ready with the removal, because Edict will get worse the more creatures are there. Don't resort reinforcements me, bro. And they resort reinforcement. Well, so this is the Boros version, and we don't have a sweeper. Man, like this is funny part. This version has really solid win rate for such a weird build, and I was like, man, I would use more sweepers in it, because that's basically the only thing I'm seeing. Just never-ending aggro. Listen, would you be interested? I mean, I can draw Path of Peril, so I'm using Virtue, I'm playing this land, but this mitigates more damage, this gives us more time. Listen, could you be so nice and just sacrifice Godric? Huh? Tempting, isn't it? Alright, somehow they decided against it. Not sure why, but what can you do? And that's it, we have no more plays. I guess we have removal, but 1 removal a turn is just a little bit low. We can exile the Recruiter, This way we can prevent one of their, you know, main strategies for the deck. But it's rough. So I definitely want to activate it. Because I have 2 lands. Let's go with the non... no. No, please, go. Okay, we want something that doesn't pain ourselves. Pain lands are fine early game if you have to use them. But if you have good mana, it's fine. Man, I need to hit my Path of Perils. This is looking really bad. Or just Sunfall, you know? The good old Sunfall. Alright, I don't think we need the stop, but we want to hit this. It kinda helps to know their hand though. Wow! Man, this is top 400 Mythic. They literally scooped to removal. That's insane. I'll be honest guys, there was no reason to scoop. It was purely emotional. Unless he has 4 lands in the hand. Maybe he didn't want us to see his hand. I don't know what's going on. Alright guys, on the play. Man, this guy is 7 in the world, and I think I played some time ago against 7 in the world, and he had similar name. I'm not, you know, not pretending I can distinguish them fully, but I wonder if that's the same person. And if that's the case, that would be so impressive to keep the 7th spot for so many days. It has to be someone else, right? Alright. So let's see the mountain. Oh my god, I'm so happy. So this will be a huge test. Our full deck is basically a lot of removal. If they will counter Celestus, we are in some serious trouble. I'm rolling the dice. If I lose, that's so bad. Don't make this. Please don't. Oh. Alright. That's perfect. That's actually so good. Alright. When you have Celestus, man, the game shifts. Suddenly you have infinite options. Like, he will do 2 damage and I will negate 1. I mean, it's basically a 1-drop, man. I can fully ignore it for the rest of the game, basically. I see. This will be meaningful, a little bit. But with Black Marshes we have quite a lot of time. That's very awkward. This is so weird. I guess so, right? We cannot keep skipping the lands, and because we got mana screwed, we kinda need to go around it. Still, Edict might hit a non-creature. If they play Shorted or something, we can just target it. The point is, if I didn't do anything and just cycle Celestus thing, like, I'm 1 turn behind forever. It's not a great stuff. They might counter Sunfall, so that's something we need to remember. Alright. And they draw cards. That's something I didn't really think about, to be honest. Not the best decision of my life, but I think it gives us a little bit more time and prevents the card on the next turn. Never mind. Scrap that. Scrap that. Okay, that's a good one. Still not drawing clans, but I think we can go around it this way. Not sure honestly what we will discard. Those are acceptable cards. Edict is very efficient, but I want all of those cards. They aren't perfect for the matchup, but they are one of the better ones for the situation where we are in. Man, he's smart. Man, it's hard to play against good, you know, mid-range aggro players because they know exactly how to play their deck. Oh, okay. So he knows that he doesn't need more pressure. He needs more cards so he can, you know, just go for longer. I don't have good targets, man. So he will untap, put the thing. We can Path of Peril. I guess we Path of Peril, so we should go to at least 3. Not exactly sure what we are going for. Maybe Shaw. You know what? Sunfall isn't worst. And thanks to Ironcrack, we actually have the mana. Man, thanks to those double lands, we can have 3 colorless mana and still cast everything. So I did that because it resets the board fully, so I have more time. That's okay. This is not a very powerful play. And the end? Is that non... No, it's just a creature. And you can exile lands with this. Here's the Mastermind. Not sure if that's the card we want to get rid of. Land is decent. Land is decent. So can we pressure him? Probably not, to be honest. I could double flip, but then I don't have the end. So worst case, we'll use the mana to activate this, maybe pump the Blast Zone to 4. It feels like that's the sharded deck, especially with Mastermind. Sharded is a really good combination, but not sure. It might be the like top end, but not fully sure. We have 2 mana. What would happen if we did this? So we can remove all of his anchorages from the whole deck, right? That's how I understand the card. Here's Wedding Announcement, sure, and the Fair Mastermind. Virtue, Airtight, so Wandering... Oh, so it is Raffine. Okay, that's such a weird draw on his part. I thought it's a different deck then. So that's why he didn't mind. He only plays 1 in the whole deck. Alright then. That's going very weird. Man, I like this guy. He plays his own style. You can tell. And that's everything for the turn, so we can activate the token. And I'm really enjoying this matchup so far. So, we don't mind creatures in the board. I think it's time that we start. So, what he will do on his turn? He can Mastermind and draw cards. Which means that we need to kill Mastermind at the end step. Which means we cannot flip Celestus. Which means that we end the turn. And I know I could activate the Fortress. But we are basically going, you know, punch for punch. If I waste my turn doing nothing and just, changing the number to 17, like I basically give him a time off. Sure. Oh, he will play everything on the end step, right? I'm a little dummy. Maybe I should go for the Wedding. The problem is I don't have too much mana. So I think it's easier to just sweep with Path of Peril. Alright, if I do it now, I think there's a chance he will play the Mastermind. And we want to live gain so we have more time to make better plays. Like you can translate life total into card advantage in this kind of matchup because you can take more hits. Here's the upkeep. Oh, we know what you wanted. I mean, we don't really have a choice here. And let's wait for the Mastermind and... Oh, and the activation. Didn't want to attack. 1 creature, so he's not drawing cards. You want to make sure that he doesn't get cards from this. Because it's harsh. I want him to activate the ability, then he will have nothing. And I'm trying to pick it quick, so he goes into the activation. If he knows about removal, he could not do it. And now he's fully tapped. This is the moment. This is exactly what we wanted him to do. I mean, was that 1? I should take notes about his deck, but I thought it's more than 1. The bats shouldn't matter. Shuner will be absolute problem, and Raffine as always is amazing. To be honest, we are fighting against part of the deck that we don't really want to the end, but I'm drawing cards thanks to him, so I'll take it. With Sweepers and Planeswalkers, we should be able to get a good deal. And upkeeps though. You like those, don't you? So, where we are in this game, I think I'm losing. I honestly think I'm losing. But I also think we can absolutely win this. But it will be hard. Don't forget he also has Takenuma, so this can be a Raffine. He probably will hit Raffin with those. Alright, that's the final flip. And my turn. I'm really short on mana. So for example, I cannot play Raffin into land, into Path of Peril, which would be the best play. I think I just go... I mean, Sunfall would be great here. It's risky though, because this hits everything, and this hits only small creatures. I think we prepare for the next turn a little bit better. I could also just champ block this, and then do it next turn, if in case he plays more tokens. Alright, I like this idea. I could also draw more cards, but I like those. I think it's okay. And this is what we mean. I'm not sure if he will play something into the board, but having the end open is also nice. They don't play Malcolm, they don't have more Mastermind, so I guess they shouldn't be able to play at the end step. They have Airtie. To be fair, I think Airtie would basically kill me. I would be forced to remove it. This is a huge tell probably for him that I will sweep on the next turn. But I'll take it. Still nighttime, he doesn't double spell. And he's passing the turn knowing that there's more stuff. I will go to 5. I'm not sure if I will use it. I might regret it. This might be a bad decision, but I'll take it, because he has one more here. So maybe instead of killing all the creatures that he makes, maybe we can just go with this. I should do a better job at checking the deck, but you know, I don't want to make it longer. I don't think he had counter spells. I think he didn't. Let's try sweeping and see if I'm dead or not. I don't think it should be a problem. So those should be dead. The one Airtie from the deck. Alright then. Alright then. I'm drawing cards. And now it's Sunfall. So I wanted Ashiok, but in this case I have to go like this. So be it. Yeah, I mentioned one Airtie in the deck. It was in the deck though, so he just drew it in last turn or last 2 turns. No way. I don't think there were 2. Alright. So that's on me. Well played, my friend. That was really good. So what I should do is just spend more time, and honestly I should just write down his whole deck if I really, you know, super cared about this one. But yeah, that's my excuse for the day. It's pretty solid. I recommend it heavily. Let's take the hit. Let's be prepared. He played very, very well, and I think that was a great game overall. This is how the Magic should always look. Oh, he got me with this Make Disappear. He drew 2 counter spells to be fair, so also pretty good draw on his part, but I could definitely go around it if I played better. Alright, very awkward one. We need one more land to do anything, but because we are on the play, we have less chance to draw it, but more chance to be able to survive until we draw it. If we draw it. Okay, that was absolutely not confusing. Here's more farewells instead of lands. Looking bad so far. We need to have 4 mana to start even playing the game. I like the tech here. Bruh, you have priority on this thing, even if you don't have mana, because it sacrifices itself, it can be instant speed, so you always hold priority forever. I mean, at least. Man, I have to say, Bat is so annoying. This is probably the most annoying card from the whole set, but it's good, it's good. It's new, very playable card, and as you can see, those farewells are absolutely destroying my game plan. Man, like, I need to draw something that isn't farewell. Glissa, extremely good, because this is the card we need to instantly remove, and if we don't hit a land, we won't. True. Like, I can get Glissa, so it's not the worst draw, but it's definitely not the draw that gives us advantage. Like, we kinda did nothing this turn. Like he will play a new creature and it will be stronger than the last creature, while we have the same thing. Alright, or the same, but he has more mana, so he develops and we don't. So the only upside is that we roll again, hoping to hit a land. But those farewells, oh man, they're actually triggering me so hard right now. What an interesting game. It feels so uncomfortable when you can't play your spells and you are stuck with 4 and higher costs. And alright, this is interesting. They didn't sacrifice it before, they did sacrifice it now. It seems they might not have the next Glissa. Man, I really like what they're doing here. It's not a high cost, it's just 1 mana. And you can always... oh, they need 1 mana to draw a card, so it's 2 mana total to cycle. That's something I should use more. Finally. Oh my god. Finally. I mean, they can... if I play Emperor, they might just activate it. Is it good for me? I think it's pretty good for me. If I draw another land, I can play Ashiok, and they cannot kill it with the cottage. And they need to use all of the mana for the cottage. They probably will, but that is a full turn that they're missing. And I'm getting my card back.
This is what you get for
unless they have another bat. Yeah, I think they lack a little bit gas, and they try to dig into it. Here it is. Food token, not the biggest deal. Honestly, this is a good decision on their part. Like, you don't want Emperor just making tokens every turn. Like, it hurts me. It actually does hurt me. But it also gives me time, hopefully, to recover.
See you later.
Nice. Well, very cool game so far. Me trying to play my cards, and unfortunately I'm not allowed. Easy. Look at this and enjoy the sight to behold. Double at the end, double Ashiok, double farewell, and 4 lands. And I mean, the shuffler, you know how it is. Just fine. So he knows he cannot reactivate it. Oh my god. That's interesting. He plays it into the end.
Nobody knows Dominaria.
And he will discard his own card. Is it Tenacious Underdog? Are you Tenacious Underdog? No. He knows that he will lose Liliana. Alright. I think we can solve a lot here. So, oh, if I do it, I cannot the end. I mean, I don't like Liliana, so let's get rid of her. Removal. Oh my goodness. I really need to start recovering, man, and drawing some good cards. Alright, so... double show. This will be a problem. It's good to get Liliana off our back, because she's super strong. Man, can I freaking draw my lands and start playing the game? It actually is so annoying that you cannot play your cards for like full game. Also, I don't love the fact that if we want to Field of Ruin, it means that we lower our chances to draw a land. And I kinda have to do it. Alright then. Do we take black or white? Probably black, because we want to play like the Ashiok stuff. But please, give me the land. I guess I could kill it. So even if they sacrifice, they don't really gain anything, right? Yeah. So they just give it up. Please, a land. Come on, how many Ashioks do I need to draw before I get my land? This is the most annoying game ever, man. For all the wrong reasons. I mean, I fully missed like 3 or 4 turns. Like, my opponent is just single playering this one. I need some honks, man. Oh my god, finally! Guys, We are able to play the game. How awesome is it? Let's get rid of this. Blast Zone is useful. It's not only land, but also removal, and also for planeswalkers potentially. Alright, Libiana. Probably. Oh right, never mind. Never mind. Here's Libiana, right? So what will he take? Aklazot? Oh, he's just going for the engine. So he kind of forces us. Maybe he will never play it. We will see. He plays it, like he knows we can de-end this. Very interesting.
Open your mind to me.
The cost is the same, right? So we can just do this. Yeah, we should still win, which is insane because we missed so many turns, man. Like full miss of so many turns. Well, that's pretty crazy, bro. He knows about the farewell. I had to discard one, right? Man, this is so brutal. But it's weird, they know about farewell. They actually know about it. 12. So we can burn a little bit, but not too much. I don't think the live game matters at all. I think I much rather have the counter. I could get rid of all of them. I'm just farewelling anyway, so we don't need to. He played the land? Because theoretically he can play a land and be like, haha, gotcha. But I hoped he won't. 2. I think we go to 7, man. Man, is that extremely a lot of cards? I think so. Alright, guys. He has 1 card to kill us. That was the weirdest game played today, man, by far. But you know what? I'll take the win. And yeah, pretty decent. Right, so very bad hand, but we have 1 removal and we are on the play. So maybe farewell is not as out of reach as usually. But it might be super hard. If they open with Mountain and good draw, I don't think we'll get to 6 mana. Which means we only have 4 cards and 3 of them are lands. And you know, they don't really play Ichor usually, so that would suggest... I'm not playing it as a removal. And this should be for something better. I will make a stop so they don't see sorcerer speed. So it seems like Anvil deck maybe. Usually Mono Red doesn't play this card, even though it's a solid card. It's a strong one, but you know, Mono Red has such insane one draws right now that this very solid card is just too low of a power curve. Then compared to Swift Spear, I would be already at 19, but he could pump it easily. Yeah, so this is the Boros version of the Recruiter. Alright, so I need Blast Zone, Celestus, and then I can threaten Blast Zone, but it might be slow. We'll see, we'll see. They can destroy this, so this will be okay, so Resolute Reinforcements. Man, I have so little time. But I think with Celestus it might be doable. So they might Resolute Reinforcements, then play the Distraction effect. They get 3 goblins. They can use those 6 creatures to play Knight of Chaos. And all of this paying 1 mana, basically. So they can be super explosive, but I don't think they can kill me on this turn. They don't have enough creatures, so it means that I get extra turn at least. And we will see which part of the deck they have. Here's the Bannicorn, perfect Wandering Emperor target. Here we go. Told you! This is how the deck works. And this is exactly why I personally usually play Sunforce and not Farewells. As you can see, Do you see the difference between Farewell and Sunfall on this turn? I mean... Do you see the difference? Alright, back to reality. So. I can kill those two. If I put the counter with Drowned in Ichor, I won't have enough mana, which means that I'm probably dead. I can kill this with Emperor. I'm also not guaranteed to draw a land on the next turn, so Sunfall would win me the game right now, and Farewell probably lost me the game. I didn't remember about flipping it, to be honest, but it helps a little bit. Like, oh, we even see this. So they will play the Battle Mouse into Recruiter, and that's insane power. So what I should do is just count it, but, you know, it's not like we're changing anything. Our opponent got stuck on Celestus trigger. Let's draw. Edict. We cannot target it, so it's not useful. Oh boy. It's so unfortunate, man. So this is dedicated for all of you that said we need at least 2 Farewells in the deck. I mean, this is why I'm not playing usually so many. And it can be so rough. Alright, I was like, where's the third mana? But here's the mouse. Well, let's see the magic number. I think I'm dead. I'm not fully sure, but I think I'm dead. Of course, we are doing the only thing we can. This is the best way to preserve life, and we probably die from 20, right? And this is why, guys, I usually don't play Farewells, at least so many. Well, wish that was a Sunfall. Alright guys, outro time. What I think about the deck, how did it go all around? To be honest, we are on the winning side, which is expected because it should be on the winning side. I think you actually saw, I think, all of the games, so we went 3 wins and 2 losses, and... yeah, I could win 1 more, so it could be 4 wins, 1 loss, I think. So pretty decent results for this one. I'm not super comfortable with this version. Honestly, I would cut Farewells and increase the Sunfalls. Path of Peril is a nice addition, I think, and Ashiok together with Staff of Completion really did the work. To be fair, the lack of go for the throats didn't really hurt. I think it's thanks to March of the Wretched Sorrow, because even though it's slower, it stabilizes you more, so you kinda, you know, get the same stuff. Also, I have only 1 Virtue of Persistence in the deck, and I kept drawing it every single time, so that helps as well, a lot as well. That's the word. As well. So with the Blast Zones and Drown in Ichor, by the way, I had a comment about this card, and if you are watching it, I hope you are happy. We were trying Drown in Ichor, and even though it's a sorcerer speed, I think it has really great synergy with the Blast Zone, because this can be removal, full sweeper at some point, and the fact that you can cast it at instant speed, if you have board full of 2 converted mana cost, and you kill them during your opponent's end step, that's insane, and it's worth 1 land and 4 mana in total. So pretty good synergy. Also we have Raska, so of course we have a light motive of like a Proliferate deck, which is why we can ultimate Ashiok so much, and this is probably why Farewell is so played together with the end. All of those effects exile a lot of cards together with Staff of Completion, which means that the ultimate comes faster and it is stronger. So obviously this is a huge theme for the deck. And yeah, I kinda enjoyed it. I think it's a very interesting take, and this is one of the cool things about, you know, net decking. You can try different styles from different people. I have no idea whose the deck is, but it's definitely something I wouldn't do normally. And it kinda has some points that maybe we will use in the future. Like Drown in Ichor and the Blast Zone seems like a nice synergy. I still probably wouldn't focus so much on like Edicts and DNs. We have 7 Planeswalker removal, even 10 if we count the March, so that's a lot. So maybe it's for the meta, for those of you that see a lot of Planeswalkers, this should really do the trick, and it should also be decent against Atraxa decks. because you only need to beat it once, and with something like Ashiok and Raska, you can outdraw one Atraxa, I think. Alright guys, that's kinda it. I hope you had a great fun and you enjoyed the video and the new deck. And yeah, wish you a great day and see you tomorrow.